Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be talking about reflexive, symmetric, and transitive properties. So let's start with reflexive. Reflexive property is probably the simplest property you've heard of ever. It is the property that states that any real number or side length or angle is equal to slash congruent to itself. Okay, so x is equal to x, 36 degrees is equal to 36 degrees, and measure of angle C is equal to itself, measure of angle C. And so that's something that maybe that sounds pretty obvious that would be the case, but now we have a name for it. It's called reflexive property that tells us that, and that is true of real numbers, of angle measures, and also of side lengths, among other things. But for now, those are the three main times we'll use it. The next one has to do with symmetry, symmetric property. This is the one that states that if A is equal to B, then B is equal to A. And this is also true of all real numbers, angle measures, and side lengths as well, right? So it's also true of angle measures. If we know that angle C is equal to angle F, then that means the measure of angle F is also equal to measure of angle C. And so we can flip them, right? We can flip the sides of, whenever we have an equality, and we will still end up with something equal. Now, this is not true if we have a greater than or less than sign or things like that. We have to flip the sign with it, right? But whenever we have an equality sign, we can switch sides, and that is something we're allowed to do due to symmetric property. This might also seem very obvious, but now we actually have a name for it. And the last one I want to talk about here is transitive property. And this is a form of substitution. It says if x is equal to y and y is equal to z, then x is also equal to z. And this property is also something that holds true for all real numbers, right? If 3 is equal to 3, right? Let's say x is equal to y, and both of them are equal to 3, and y is equal to z. That means both of them are equal to 3. Then x is equal to z, right? We still have, it's still 3. It's still the same number. This also works for angle measures as well. If we know angle A and B are equal, and angle B and C are equal, that means all three of them are equal. A and C must be equal as well. Same with side lengths, right? If we know x and side length x and side length y are equal, and y and z are equal, x and z must also be equal because all three of them are. So there we go. There's the transitive property, which is a form of substitution. It's a very specific case of substitution. All right. Well, that's all for this one.